Okay guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we are going to be going through some of the most exciting new features for ARK 2 that's coming out. I wanted to do a video really going through them, talking about them, and also wanted to highlight one of the most interesting ones that's going to be changing with ARK 2 that you'll be able to tell by the title, and I want to know your opinion on this in the comment section down below. It's very mixed opinions at the moment, and I'll let you guys know mine in this video too, but let's get straight in with things. If you are excited for ARK 2 and what's going to be going on next year in 2023, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's get in with the video. So obviously on Sunday, it was the big day. We found out all the stuff. We got the brand new map Fjordur. We got all the ARK 2 news we've been waiting for since December 2020. But again, it wasn't the release date we wanted. I know it was delayed. We kind of wanted a little bit more. I did want a date rather than just 2023. It would have been nice to have like March 2023 or something. So the fact that it is just 2023 at the moment is a little bit frustrating. But anyway, let's get in with the features. So every aspect of the ARK series has been rethought and redesigned in this sequel. Here's a sampling of the new features that ARK 2 will contain upon its initial early access and game preview release. So obviously there's going to be an epic story starring Vin Diesel and voiced by someone who was actually in the film Moana, which I just think they're getting some really big names onto here, which is so cool. It's Vin Diesel is playing obviously Santiago, and then obviously we've also got his daughter Mika. So we've got the revolutionary cross-platform modding, fully stackable user-created mods for new creatures, items, gameplay features, and maps are now distributed across all platforms, including onto Xbox, and support for modded servers enabled for official mod support. That is just, that is just amazing. Like, I know I mentioned that I did my last video was talking about how mods are going to be in the game, so I didn't want to talk about this as much. But I mean, just console with mods. I just can't believe it's actually happening. And this is the one I wanted to talk about mainly in the video. Best in class, third person only gameplay. Advanced character traversal mechanics like mantling, free climbing, parkour, sliding, and swinging. So ARK 2 is only going to be in third person. Now I've seen people in the comments on Twitter saying this is the reason I'm not buying the game. I've seen people saying I absolutely love this. I've seen people saying it'll be a nice change. But something Wildcard have mentioned is that you will potentially, if someone wants to create it, you'll be able to use a first-person mod. So that, at the end of the day, isn't too bad. I think this will be an interesting change. I'm not saying it'll be great. I'm not saying that it's perfect, but I think it could potentially work out really well. You guys know within Fortnite, I know as soon as I mention that name, there's going to be people saying, do not like bring up Fortnite when you're talking about ARK, but they had an update, which I did play, and, you know, you can, like, sort of climb, you can sprint, you can sort of, mantle up onto, like, walls of, you know, in the no build mode and stuff. And I just think that this could potentially be work quite well for ARK. I just don't know how the mechanics are going to work. Like, imagine just constantly playing third person in ARK. I don't know how's the, like, using of weapons going to work. It just feels really strange to me, but I think it sounds cool. And my personal opinion is I'm actually excited to try all of these new mechanics. Let me know what you think about third person only mode in the comment section down below. Souls-like melee combat, target lock, blocks, dodges, combos, staggers, special attacks. It kind of like sounds like they're changing up the game a bit to be a little bit more like, you know, like, I don't know how to describe, you know, like a God of War type combat. That's what it kind of feels like it's becoming. And I don't know, when I say that, I don't know whether that's a good thing. I don't know whether it's a bad thing. I can't work it out at the moment. Like, I really can't work it out, but I'm interested to try out the new stuff. And to be honest, at the end of the day, if this turns out to be something that doesn't work with the community, I'm sure Wildcard will release an update with like a first person mode. You never know. I mean, it happens in loads of games, and if it's something they feel like is an impact, they listen to our feedback a lot, it could come back. Massive new alien environment. Explore a mysterious, chaotic world where native flora and fauna are being overrun by invasive primal creatures from an extinct Earth. Gonna be cool. The next stuff. Component-based item crafting. Construct your weapons and tools from a range of distinct modules to customize their look and functionality. Millions of possible combinations enable you to craft your own unique gear. The specific materials you choose will further affect the appearance of your items, with multiple options of resources found in unique regions of the world. So what I like about these changes is the fact that everyone doesn't have to look exactly the same. It's going to give us like that kind of, it's going to give you that more creativity in the game. I don't think, apart building, you can be very creative in ARK. I was about to say you can't be creative, but you can. People, mainly with mods, I know people do it without mods, but you can be very creative. But when it comes to like weapons and gear and armor, you just don't really have that sense. Everyone just sort of walks around with the same things. So it'd be nice to see what people create within the game with their items and their gear. Dynamic world events. Natural and unnatural occurrences are always happening across the game world, independent of your presence. Your choices in deciding whether to interact with these events will yield rewards or challenges. So I'm hoping this is kind of going to be like, maybe like, natural disaster type things. Opposing PvE force. This is basically like NPCs. So there's going to be like hostile sort of NPCs that hunt and attack you, riding their own tamed creatures as they seek to drive human interlopers from their world. So yeah, these are kind of going to be the NPCs. They're saying they ride their own tame creatures. So one thing I do want to know from Wildcard, are they going to be able to have their own tribes and be able to build their own bases? Or is it all going to be the same bases, or are they just going to ride out of nowhere? I think it would be cool to have the actual NPC mod where they can build their own bases. But that will come to the console anyway later, and PC when people start creating mods, because we all have full mod support now, guys. Advanced template building and sharing. This is one of my favorites. Instant rendering and network streaming enable much higher client and server performance for large player-built structures and a longer draw distance. Survivors can set up and save their own preferred building templates, share them, and place prospective template layouts in the world to learn to build them out as a team. So yeah, pretty much you can, instead of having to go from scratch again, you can just build using a template. This is going to save so much time, and people are going to be able to create things in ARK I just don't think we've ever thought we'd ever see. Now this one, clever, basically the creature AI has been improved. So animals now track, hunt, and hunt by sight, sound, and smell. Hide from predators with visual camouflage and environmental obstructions, and learn to mask your scent. Dynamic pathfinding enables creatures to intelligently maneuver around obstacles and player-built structures. Now, one thing I really like about this is I know in a few years' time, no one's going to be scared of the dinos in ARK, but it'd be quite nice when we first try out the start of ARK 2 that, we kind of get that, fear of dinosaurs again. Like when a T-Rex is coming at you, you are actually running away, just like at the beginning of the early days of ARK. I just think that would be absolutely amazing. And then the final bits of information from this that we got from the new features is the character progression and skill system. Gain both experience points from gameplay and knowledge points by accomplishing key objectives and overcoming unique challenges. To progress along a massive skill tree filled with new abilities, active abilities, perks, and passive benefits. Now, I think this new system sounds amazing. Within ARK, you kind of just go and gather bushes, attack dinos, tame dinos, and just level up and then use your engrams. With this, it's so much more in-depth, and it looks like there's going to be so much more you're going to be able to do with your character. And that is what ARK 1 has been missing, and it just sounds like everything they're adding in sounds fantastic. Full utilization of Unreal Engine 5 technology. See foliage react convincingly to passing wildlife, water flow downstream around obstacles, storm clouds, localized weather systems, smoke and particles affected by physical forces, and much more. Basically, lighting systems and everything just looks a bit more photorealistic, with the day and night cycle. And it just means that the game is going to look more real. And when you read through some of these again, you just think to yourself, wow, what a game that Wildcard are creating. Can they pull it off to be one of the best games of 2023? That will be the biggest question everyone is asking right now. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below, especially about third person only, as that's one of the things I wanted to highlight in today's video. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're excited for the next story, and I'll see you guys very soon.